Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? I know it's been a while since I've uploaded it. It's okay. I'm trying to get the upload schedule back. Currently, we are kind of getting cooked on the upload schedule. It's been like four times I've just missed the date, but it's okay. We're back now. We are in Civilization Restarts. So first things first, two countries are going to be completely collapsing today. Completely. And the first one is gonna be a fan favorite, and it's going to be actually this is not a fan favorite. I don't know what. Oops, I don't know what I'm on about. It's definitely not a fan favorite. I can guarantee that. And that's gonna be these guys who are going to get a pretty brutal rebellion that's going to basically destroy most of the country, and it's going to take over most of the outskirts of the country and quickly going to take over the capital, and the capital being the only major city left, um quickly is going to lead to the entire capitulation of the state and not really having an economy left to work with. These guys are going to completely collapse, which is going to lead to the second collapsing of this video, which is going to be 1 second. You can probably already guess, but it's gonna be these guys, and that is going to be because these guys don't really have the ability and the resources to like expand and take over the land that the green team used to have, or that green team in particular used to have. And because they don't have that resources, they're now officially cut off on all sides from the sea and from literally everything else as well. And the nearest country to them is Caspia, which is hostile. The other nearest country is these guys and these guys, which are also hostile. And overall, they're just not really allied with anyone, so no one really is going to come to their help. And we are in a Cold War type thing now, so these guys are going to stop existing because they're not on anyone's side, and that's not really a good idea when it comes to these type of things. Caspia, meanwhile, ooh, Caspia. They're happy right now. They are extremely happy right now. They're making moves. They are definitely wanting to colonize Persia, what's left of it at least, while Persians are trying their hardest for the country to come back from the dead, but let's be real, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Might actually get to episode 100 before that happens. So, anyways, yes, let's move on from that now. Central Africa, they're going to be expanding once again, and this time towards the south more. And it really does look like these guys are about to become pretty successful because they're not really like expanding rapidly like everybody else was. They're expanding pretty slowly, steadily, and they're actually making sure to incorporate the tribes that are under them properly. And they're still remaining a secret. They still have not told the rest of the world that they exist. Actually, they don't know the rest of the world exists. They don't even know that. So like, yeah. Just like with the red team way back in the series where they just had stories that there was a bunch of good land over here, so they just kept expanding that way. Same thing over here. These guys just have stories that there's good land over here, so they're just gonna keep expanding. Anyways, next thing we can move on to is, oh yes, two wars are gonna be happening, but first, the Indonesians. Not the Indonesians. These guys. I accidentally just gave a sneak peek there, but yeah, the borders over here is gonna change a lot, and these guys are going to actually now become like this. So basically, what I did there was it just went something like that. That's what I added, and then the blue team, yeah, and that is going to be because let me tell you the storyline behind this now. The blue team is gonna keep this because they want control over the Strait of Hormuz, and these guys are going to get everything else because the blue team no longer really needs that land to keep an eye on the Persians. So the Arab Sea is going to expand pretty far. And it's it's getting pretty special because the Arab Sea wants to expand all the way over here, and the only thing blocking that expansion is these guys. So it is definitely looking not that good. These guys are also looking like they're gonna get invaded from the north, east, just a lot of different expansions. Just a lot of different like people who want to expand into Himalayan land. Himalaya is also nearing its end because it is getting pretty old, but this colony might just make them live on. That's a little bit of foreshadowing. If these guys do ever realistically die over here, it's gonna be the fault of one of these three countries over in the north: Mughals, other Mughals, and Arab Sea Republic. And none of those countries possess the ability to go all the way down here and fight for this colony. So realistically, Himalayas is gonna survive this colony, but that's not happening soon. Anyways, moving on from that, the first war of this video, which is going to be the Red Team's alliance war with these guys, which is actually gonna make a lot of tensions happen. Like a lot of tensions are gonna now happen. That's gonna be because um so these tensions are going to be due to mostly Crimea's involvement in this. Crimea's gonna get involved on these guys' side, and they're gonna start some pretty heavy bombing over here. They're gonna skirmishes. I forgot bombs don't exist yet. They're gonna start some skirmishes over there. Meanwhile, Vienna is going to help. They're also gonna get involved because they're gonna realize that they can get some land out of this, and the capital is right here. So they're going to launch a pretty massive invasion. It's got absolutely destroy. Oops, that destroyed a little bit too much. It's gonna destroy everything over there, and it's just gonna turn into a pretty bad situation for the northern Balkan state because it's gonna get completely wiped from the face of the earth for the most part. And eventually, Vienna is going to manage to capture the capital, which is actually going to strain Vienna and these guys' relations because these guys are going to start thinking that now the Vienna is going to take all the valuable land, which is going to basically lead to the red team getting involved and negotiating that Vienna doesn't take too much valuable land. Meanwhile, these guys are going to make a final stand in the north as these guys quickly sprint through and take over most of the country. And finally, that's going to happen. So yeah, in conclusion, pretty uneventful war. Almost just avoided World War II because Crimea is now going to start building up their military, and they're actually going to blockade these guys from two of their ports. So this entire port and everything over here are both now blockaded. Meanwhile, this peace treaty is let's see this peace treaty. So Vienna is just gonna want a little bit of this land, so the capital. Okay, that might be actually a little bit too much. Vienna is gonna want. Hmm. Okay, let's. That's all Balkan land. First, let's give the Balkan guys what they want. That land is now Balkan. So that, yeah, and we can actually, I think, finally move the capital somewhere. Probably not yet, just because they're not in that position right now. I think that capital has been there for so long that they're gonna have to make an artificial capital to move to because there's no city that has that same value. Maybe something over here, but yeah. Anyways, Vienna is now going to most likely take this land, which is not that bad of a loss. Yeah, they're going to take that. Not too much valuable, pretty valuable, but not that valuable. that these guys are going to start a whole war over it like they were about to before. So, okay, with that, we have the peace treaty over there. And we can move on to the third and kind of unexpected civil war. Actually, I think these guys might actually, we're going to have to cut that off. Let's redraw this border right here, cuz that's okay. Huh. Maybe we can keep it like that. Maybe it's going to look better like it's okay, it doesn't really matter. Next thing is going to have to be a pretty unexpected war, and that's going to be in Indonesia, where there is going to be a civil war. And it's going to start as basically some tribal things over here rebelling, and it's going to quickly turn into a military revolt, a military coup that's going to basically capture all the Australian colony these guys have. The entire Australian colony is now gone, and quickly it's going to ramp up pretty far. And the blue team is going to basically get forced into getting involved. It's pretty bad situation. Eventually, after much fighting, these guys are going to get pushed all the way over here, and yeah, that entire thing is now gone. And due to the blue team's involvement, they're going to be these guys are just going to keep on moving through, and they're actually going to push even the blue team out completely. And the blue team is basically going to respond by quickly launching an invasion and capturing the Australian colony, so these guys don't get all that sweet money from here, because a lot of people have to go through here to get to to get to the New Zealand conference. They can't go through here. I mean, they could, but most of them don't, just because this is easier. Anyways, so that economy thing is now completely gone. That was their plan original. The original rebel plan was to just kind of use that, but definitely not happening now. And let's grab a different color for these guys. Let's grab this color. Is this different? Not that different. Let's go a little bit more over here. Okay, different enough. This is our new country. And instantly after existing, these guys are going to sign an alliance. First, let's thicken up this border a little bit. Yep, okay. These guys are going to sign an alliance with their um actually, why did I do that? I don't know why I did that, honestly. Let's backtrack a little bit, and we can uncolonize all of that. There we go. Cuz this is still Indonesian. Anyways, so these guys are going to join, bro. These guys are going to join as well, and their capital is going to be right here. No, right here. Yeah. So they are also in the alliance. Let's make that a little bit more noticeable. 23 is a good size, not a good size at all. Let's take this. Okay. Yeah. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. No, it was a little bit short. Next episode, hopefully, it will be a little bit longer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.